right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Halloween show. This is a special HDN live event. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this is the Halloween show live. The return of the Halloween show, technically our first episode of season 3, and we haven't used the Halloween show name in a little while, but it is that time of year again when we need to, when the Halloween show needs to return. And of course, we're changing it up just a tiny bit this year. It's going to be a live format similar to our usual Monday nights, but the difference is it's a much more encompassing recap and roundup of all of the latest news and updates of all of the top stories that we're covering right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And there is a lot to talk about right now tonight that we're going to get into. So thank you for joining me, and to all of my returning friends, welcome back, guys. Thank you. Happy belated Michael Myers Monday. Part of the reason we're doing this tonight again is there's a couple Michael Myers related Halloween franchise news items to discuss this week that we didn't get a chance to discuss during our usual Monday night live streams that are typically on Monday nights at 10:31 p.m. Eastern, where we talk all things Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. So we're going to talk about a few of those things that I didn't get a chance to talk about last night. And there's a lot more going on as well already just in the first few days of this week. Our main story at the end of tonight's show, we are going to be doing a live breakdown and discussion with you guys of this new official teaser trailer for Spirit Halloween, the movie. And there are some other news items we're going to hit on as well as part of this week's headlines. But of course, we are live tonight. It is Tuesday night. Happy Terrifier Tuesday. Happy Trick or Treat Tuesday. August the 2nd, 2022. Welcome once again. If you're new here, think about subscribing. We'd really appreciate it. Throw this video a like. Throw us a jack-o'-lantern down in the comments. And think about joining the Halloween Daily Club. It's only $5 a month, and you get all kinds of killer perks, including some of the awesome custom emojis and badges that I already see a few of our friends using in the live chat. People like AC Fall Guy, one of our channel members and Halloween Daily Club members, as well as Brett Patrick, another channel member, Halloween Daily Club member, Patrick Ring, of course. And I see some other friends in the house as well. The Halloween Goblin, David Suber, Christopher Bell, first time here. Welcome, Christopher. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happy Halloween. Let's see who else is in here. Yes, the Halloween Goblin, lighten it up. I like that. Phil Walsh is here. First time I've been able to make a stream in a while. Well, thank you for being here, Phil. I see Melvin White has checked in as well. Fishy is here, been watching for months, but never had the chance to watch live as from England. Well, welcome, 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 Fishy. Thank you so much, and I'm glad that this time frame works a little bit better for you. This is a little bit different. It's a little bit earlier than our typical Monday night live streams, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different for me, but you know, we're still going to keep it somewhat loose, and it'll be a similar format. I'll go through each news item. I'll kind of give my report on it, and then I'll give a little bit of my own thoughts on it, and then we'll turn it over to you guys and get your thoughts on it, and then we'll move on to the next item. And then, like I said, during the actual trailer breakdown portion, we'll go through that like we usually do, and you guys will help me break it down and see what we think about this new Spirit Halloween movie trailer. So, a lot to talk about tonight, so figured we better start it up a little bit earlier than normal. So we won't be on here after midnight tonight. But it's going to take a little bit to get through all of this. So thank you for being here. Andromeda has checked in as well. Thank you for being here. Brett says, Happy Tramer Tuesday. That's good. I like that. Happy Tramer Tuesday. I'll drink to that, actually. I'll pull up a Michael Myers Mango Twist for that one. Thank you. Happy Tramer Tuesday. Charity Loves Elvis has checked in. What's up? Thank you for joining us. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I see more and more people may or may not find their way in here tonight, and that's perfectly fine. we didn't really promote this, and it was kind of a last minute thing to go ahead and do this tonight and do it live. But again, a lot of these stories that I'm going to talk about, we have published articles at our main website, HalloweenDailyNews.com, and but we haven't had a chance to do the video component yet, and I wanted to update you because it is all stuff that we've been following here on the channel as well, and it's all very exciting news. And in addition to that, like I said, I'm playing a little bit of catch up because, as you should know if you're a regular viewer, we just got back from Williamsburg, Virginia, where over the weekend we were at the annual Scares That Care charity weekend. Did a couple live broadcasts from the event. I appreciate all of you that checked those out, and apologize for the less than perfect camera quality on my old school phone, but thank you nonetheless for checking those out. And we've got lots more coverage coming from that we're going to be rolling out in the next few days as well. So you can look forward to all of that good stuff. All right, so right now we're going to get into some of this week's headlines and some of these bite-sized stories. But these are all pretty exciting stories. And the first one I want to talk about before we get into the movie news of recent days is this is for our haunters and the animatronics fans out there. You guys know that we cover this regularly. Personally, I love going out seeing the animatronics in person, doing the Hallow hunting at Spirit Halloween, and now we've been reporting very heavily this year on how the Home Depot and Lowe's have both just really stepped up their game so much this year, and in the case of the Home Depot in recent years, as far as the animatronics, and really blowing it up bigger than ever, quite literally and figuratively. Well, right on cue, last week, we got a press release from Party City, officially announcing some of their new Halloween masks and life-size animatronics. And I said in the article at HalloweenDailyNews.com, I called it the Hallow Wars, and I've kind of mentioned this before in some of our other reports, and it kind of feels like the Hallow Wars really are truly upon us. I mean, Spirit Halloween for many years was kind of the go-to place annually for these type props. Now, the Home Depot has obviously made big inruns into that market to the point where now they are driving the market as far as the giant-sized animatronics. And Lowe's, as we've been reporting on quite extensively in recent weeks, they're making huge strides this year, thanks to some new blood behind the scenes that I said in one of our reports that Lowe's has more or less announced that they have arrived within the arena of the Hallow Wars this year. But Party City obviously didn't want anybody to forget about them, and they too have stepped up their game pretty significantly this year as well. So this is just, you know, a running theme for 2022 that everybody, I mean, Halloween in July, it's no joke. All this was happening the last week of July. And you can see here a couple of the animatronics that they officially announced, and they sent us some official demo video that you can watch elsewhere on this channel, as well as some photos. But some of these include their own 12-foot animatronic. It is a creepy clown named Cackles. And there's also the Lava Demon animatronic. Again, you can watch all of these in action elsewhere on the channel. But here, we'll play just a little bit of Cackles for you here.
Welcome to the Freak Show! Step right up, step right up! I'd love to take a bite!
Yeah, so as you can see, a pretty creepy clown towering at 12 foot. 12 foot is quickly becoming, you know, like the new trend. I mean, everybody has to have some kind of 12-foot animatronic. I mean, this one's pretty wild. This is the Torture Box Woman. And we'll play a little bit of that fog lava demon.
I'll see you in your dreams. Your soul is mine.
So again, there's a couple others that we uploaded some official demo for. They've also got a 10-foot towering witch prop. She's not exactly an animatronic, but she towers at 10 feet. I really like these trick-or-treater twins. Here, if you didn't see this one, you can check them out.
Dare to enter this spooky place? You aren't as smart as you look. Look here, another treat is coming this way. All the better to lay out tricks on them. Yeah, and they won't know what hit them.
Yeah, a bunch of cool ones here. And we got some photos of these animatronics and others, as well as some new masks coming exclusively to Party City that you can also check out in full right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com. But all of these props and animatronics you'll be able to find at Party City stores. They are not online quite yet. I'm trying to find out. I know a lot of you have inquired about when they're going to be available, and I am working on trying to get that information for you guys. All right, let's turn back over here into the live chat for just a minute. See what you guys are thinking about those new animatronics from Party City for 2022. And again, I just want to point out that it's no accident that Party City released this press release just days before the Spirit Halloween flagship headquarters location in Egg Harbor, New Jersey, had its grand opening, which happened on this past Saturday, July 30th. And if you've seen any of the videos from the those that were in attendance, it was a pretty amazing event. And obviously, again, we weren't there. We were at Scares That Care this weekend. But there were people camping out for days that had traveled, you know, across the country to be there for this event. Camping out like it's the opening of Star Wars. So pretty awesome to see all of that. And then, you know, Spirit, that's where they actually premiered the trailer, of course, for the first time, was to that audience before putting it online yesterday, on Monday. All right, let's turn over here real quick and see what's happening in the live chat before we move on to the next news item. Andromeda says, I wonder if one of you is John Carpenter hiding behind a screen name. I could almost see John doing something like that. This is Erica Lauren Horn Mason has checked in. Happy Tuesday. Happy August 2. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Jude is here. Says Spirit trailer looked decent, but I was hoping Christopher Lloyd would be in the whole film instead of teens. Barely over 2 months until Ends. Absolutely. Yes. Ends is going to be upon us before we know it. All of these awesome Halloween movies coming out this year are going to be upon us before we know it. It's just an insanely exciting time. As you say, Halloween Goblin, absolutely exciting times, to say the least. Fall Guy can almost smell autumn coming. Absolutely, I can too. Dude says, hey, Matt, hope all is well and spooky. Thank you, dude. You too. Christopher Bell says, I haven't seen a Party City in my neck of woods for a while. Yeah, we don't have a local one where we're out at on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And of course, Party City also does Halloween City, which is kind of their version of Spirit Halloween, their seasonal stores. They don't open as many of them every year. It seems like they're fewer and further between now than they used to be even. But and I think part of that is due to the success of Spirit in recent years, just taking over all of those vacant spots that they do and can now. Spirit, of course, owned by Spencer's, and some of those items you can find at Spencer's year round. Just over the weekend on our way home, we did some Hallow hunting at a few places, and we did stop at a mall. Stopped into a Spencer's, and there was a couple of the Spirit Halloween Sam trick-or-treat items, including the side stepper that we have up over here looking over my shoulder all the time. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off track like that, but that's the joys of being live, right? Andromeda says, the animatronic sounds like John Goodman. Megan has checked in. What's up? Excited for Halloween, and Halloween ends. You know we are too. Andromeda says that clown is amazing. Yeah, he's pretty cool. And I think seeing him in person towering up there at 12 foot, I mean, it's amazing how many 12-footers have been released this year. It was like the Home Depot, it was just 2 years ago, right during the midst of quarantine and the pandemic and everything. Halloween 2020, the Halloween that almost didn't happen, that's when the Home Depot released their 12-foot posable skeleton for the first time. And again, I say what made that go so viral, I guess you would say, and make everybody want them so bad were the people, the online pictures, because everybody had time, they were at home, and they were decorating, and I think it just helped it become like this viral sensation in a lot of ways. And then they followed it up last year with the Inferno pumpkin skeleton version, another 12-footer, and this year, they've got the witch. And watch our other videos on Lowe's and Home Depot, kind of in the midst of their own Halloween battle, it seems, and then their Spirit Halloween over here still, coming out just in recent weeks with their reveals and all of their animatronics. And of course, now it's all pretty much out there, including that awesome Reagan animatronic, officially licensed from The Exorcist, the original classic horror movie. Again, we've covered that at HalloweenDailyNews.com, and we uploaded the demo video here because she is wicked, and I love how she projects the image, the face of the Pazuzu demon, which to me is always, well, it probably is the scariest part in that movie, and that's saying a lot, I think. But you guys let me know what you think about that Reagan animatronic, and about that scene in The Exorcist. Again, now I'm getting off track, and I'll talk about that, but it does all tie in with the Party City animatronics press release as well, and of course the opening of Spirit Halloween. Like I said, the Hallow Wars are upon us in every way. Let me know what you think, though. Let's see. Halloween Goblin says, cool clown. Christopher Bell, thing with two heads sighting. Nice. Goblin says, torture box woman almost looks real. Yeah, I mean, she looks pretty wicked. Again, I would like to see them up close in person, and I look forward to seeing that. But yeah, she looks pretty wicked. Yes, Party City owns and operates the Halloween cities. So if you see a Halloween city, that's technically Party City. Now, I've seen other reports. I haven't independently verified this myself, but I've seen other channels that follow this haunt news and these animatronics releases much tighter than I do. They're saying that there is a officially licensed creeper from Creepshow that's coming to Halloween City apparently this year, and that's an exclusive over there. I don't know if they're going to be sold at Party City or not. And another animatronic I hadn't mentioned yet, and it wasn't really mentioned in that press release, but I have confirmed that it is back again this year. It is that 6.5-foot Michael Myers animatronic, officially licensed from Halloween 2. That's actually the one that we purchased last year, and you might remember we filmed a whole unboxing and demo, and there was a whole ordeal about it. But you can find those videos elsewhere on this channel as well if you haven't checked them out already. Goblin asks, is Halloween Express around? Yes, they are, and they are actually owned and operated by Morris Costumes. And that name should ring a bell to you, to regular viewers, thanks to my interview earlier this year with Scott Morris, whose family started that business decades ago, and they became the world's largest Halloween product wholesaler on the planet. Let's see, who else is in here? ProtectSafes.com has checked in. Kevin Bacon is here. Excellent. Darlene is checked in. Well, happy Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Fishy says, one major thing I prefer the U.S. over to the U.K. is how much they celebrate Halloween. In the U.K., we don't have any major Halloween stores or any local ones, to be honest. Yes, that would be tough for us. And again, I mean, Spirit Halloween for decades has been like, this exciting event, and more in recent years, coinciding somewhat in the decade since we launched Halloween Daily News in 2012. We have watched a rise in the Halloween industry in general, and I said in a few weeks ago in one of our earlier reports on this that by all accounts, this year for the Halloween industry in general, it'll be even bigger than last year, which was the biggest on record, and that was coming out of everything in 2020. So it's just amazing to see, and obviously for us, where every day is Halloween anyway. Yeah, having these reveals, these announcements coming in July, in some cases in June. Yeah, bring it on. We're all about that. And yeah, they're going to be hitting the physical stores very soon as well. By the way, I'm told by a reliable source with knowledge of the information that the official in-store launch date for the Lowe's Halloween products is August 15th. Some stores, I've seen pictures online, have already jumped the gun, it appears. But that is what I am told the official launch date is. So be watching your local Lowe's stores for around in about 2 weeks. Let's see here. Eric says, maybe come to Huntsville, Alabama. We have Spirit of Halloween at the mall, Spencer's, and other Halloween stores. Absolutely. Yeah, I can't get enough. Erica loves ordering Halloween costumes off Amazon. Yeah, dude, I just noticed that. We were getting spam there for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Fishy says, it's 2 a.m. there. Got to head off to bed. Thanks for the amazing stream so far. I'll watch the rest tomorrow morning. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry it's so late over there. Yeah, we should schedule something that works better for our overseas audience. This is awesome. But that means so much that you tuned in at 2 a.m. for just a little bit. Thank you so much. Charity says, can't wait to see the Lowe's Halloween stuff. I'm going to get that cute little Michael blow up. Yeah, that Michael inflatable. There and they've got the Michael, Jason, Freddy, and the Chucky animatronics this year. I mean, I've talked about this on previous reports, and now I'm getting into more commentary here and away from our news items. But my opinion is that, yeah, I mean, all of these stores have just really stepped up their game so much this year. It's amazing, and there's been some really good stuff. And whereas the Home Depot is stepping up with their original properties and not so much the officially licensed, I feel like Lowe's filled in the other side with having so much of the officially licensed. So you almost get the best of both worlds, even though they're, competing with each other, obviously. For us, it's almost like you get a little bit of the best of both worlds, and we're benefiting from their competition, which, is pretty awesome. All right, Fishy, thanks for being here, man. Goblin's hoping Trick or Treat Studios would go ahead and release images of the Halloween Ends collection. I can go ahead and tell you that I did inquire the week that the trailer was released, a few days after. I think it was that Friday after the trailer was released. I did inquire with our HDN's sales rep at Trick or Treat Studios to see when we could start taking pre-orders and that type of stuff. And our immediate contact did not have that answer on that day. So it's always up to Universal every year. So, but as soon as they're allowed to reveal it, we will. And I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of their stuff. I haven't seen their version of the mask yet. Darlene can't wait to see Lowe's too. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, that Michael Myers. Yeah, I mean, we got the two of the inflatables last year, if you'll remember. Two of the Michael Myers inflatables. We got the Stabby Halloween 3-footer where he's holding the banner that says Stabby Halloween. And we got the 5-foot where he's holding a jack-o'-lantern in one hand and a knife in the other. Norman B is here, first time checking in. Awesome channel you have here. Thanks. Well, thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is a little different time frame for us, a little different day, But again, it's that time of year where there's so much going on. We just have to come on here and kind of do an all-encompassing live stream where we can talk about all of the current breaking news, and there's so much of it. Speaking of which, let's get back on this real quick. I want to talk about just a minute about the new Netflix comedy. Now, we had previously reported on this quite a bit, both on the website and here on the channel, and it was previously titled Boo. That's B-O-O with an apostrophe at the end. And if you'll remember, this is the comedy that stars Marlon Wayans. He's also an executive producer. It's directed by Jeff Wadlow, who previously directed Blumhouse's Truth or Dare and Fantasy Island. And it also stars Priya Ferguson, who you guys know as Erica on, of course, the hit series Stranger Things. And we've been following this ever since it was announced, because obviously this sounds like a winner. We love Erica on Stranger Things, and Marlon Wayans, between his work with the Scary Movie franchise and more recently a Haunted House, and and it being set on Halloween, and the early word right from the get-go was that this would involve Halloween decorations coming to life. I know, a little bit like the Spirit Halloween movie, but we'll get to that later. So today, Netflix actually released an official press release officially announcing this film under its new name. And I would say it's a better title. It is now officially titled The Curse of Bridge Hollow. And now we got an official synopsis, and we also got the rest of the cast announced, in addition to Wayans and Ferguson. And we also got a couple new images released today as well. So we're going to go back over here and take a look at those real quick. And again, we've been following this one for a while. The official synopsis says that in the film, a father and his teenage daughter are forced to team up and save their town after an ancient and mischievous spirit causes Halloween decorations to come to life and wreak havoc. It was also announced today that The Curse of Bridge Hollow will premiere on Netflix on October 14th. That's right, the same day that Halloween Ends opens in theaters. So that's going to be a big week for Halloween movies, whether you are looking for a horror sequel or a family-friendly comedy adventure. You can see here there were some new images released as well. We'll take a closer look. Here is Marlon Wayans, who plays the skeptical father to Priya Ferguson's character. We also got more of the cast announced today, including Kelly Rowland, who plays Ferguson's mom. Additional cast members include Rob Riggle, John Michael Higgins, Nia Vardalos, Lauren Lapkus, Holly J. Barrett, Miles Perez, Abby Monterey, and Helen Slayton Hughes. They all play Bridge Hollow residents. A couple more photos were released today. Here's Priya with some of her high school castmates. And there's one more of two of the characters in costume. That looks like Kelly Rowland there as Priya Ferguson's character's mom in the film at what looks like some kind of Halloween event. So already a bit of Hallosphere featured in some of these early images. So with this announcement today, I do expect that Netflix will be releasing an official trailer for this film very soon. And I've said before that I do think they are hoping for a Hubie Halloween type response to this. You know, Hubie Halloween, the Adam Sandler Halloween set comedy, released in 2020, it became one of the absolute biggest hits for Netflix that year, one of the most watched films of the year. And I think Netflix is hoping to hit that sweet spot again. And on another level, this adds to their annual October Halloween roster. So I can't wait to see the trailer, and you can plan on joining me for a live breakdown and discussion of that trailer when it is released by Netflix. All right, so you can tell me in the comments now, what do you think about the new title, The Curse of Bridge Hollow? Do you prefer that over Boo with an exclamation point? I do, because if you remember, Tyler Perry put out 2 Halloween movies called Boo, A Medea Halloween, and then Boo 2, A Medea Halloween. So I think it would get a little confusing. And there is another Halloween horror movie, unrelated to the Medea ones, unrelated to Tyler Perry, also called Boo. So there's a couple other films out there with that name. I think it's a wise choice to change it. But you guys let me know what you think. All right, I'm going to turn back over here to the live stream for just a minute. Andromeda says, would that be Norman Bates here? I think Norman B might be. Maria asks, any info on Home Depot 12-foot witch? Yes, it... You mean when it's going in stores? I don't have a date for that yet, but given the info I was given regarding Lowe's and seeing how they're kind of reacting to each other, almost, it seems like, I would expect probably within the next couple weeks, the Home Depot is going to start stocking their stuff in stores as well. It's usually around mid to late August, even when our local stores get it, and ours are kind of not the earliest in the country by any means to get stuff usually. So that I don't have that confirmed right now, but that would be my best guess for that. Eric says, looks like a good movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. You know, I love any Halloween movies. I'll give them a chance, and if I can add it to my annual rotation. I really enjoyed Hubie Halloween. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun and just loaded with that Hallosphere that is so important and that I look for so much. Yeah, the Medea movies are pretty funny. Those Halloween movies. Fall Guy says, looking forward to the Spirit Halloween movie. Sounds like it could be like the Goosebumps 2 movie, which I now watch every year. Yes, I too love Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. And it does. I mean, again, it looks similar. It sounds a little bit similar to this Netflix movie that we're talking about. Similar ideas. So these are not exactly groundbreaking ideas, but they could all be executed kind of fun, and I too watched that Goosebumps movie more regular than I thought I would, and more than the first one, because it is, again, a Halloween movie, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, the Goosebumps 2 is awesome. Gonna check out Bridge Hollow as well. Absolutely. Nice. All right. All right, we do have just a little bit of Halloween Ends news to talk about this week, and we didn't get to talk about it during our usual Michael Myers Monday live stream this week because there was no live stream, because by the time I got home after being on the road all day, coming home from Scares That Care over the weekend, I was just wiped out, exhausted. But there's a couple Myers-related Halloween franchise news items that I do want to talk about tonight before we get into the Spirit Halloween movie trailer breakdown and discussion. So, as you might have heard, or maybe you didn't, but there was another test screening for Halloween Ends held last week. And this has been reported from a number of outlets and sources online. One, namely, that we've talked about before here on previous reports, is the Twitter account known as Viewer Anon, and they had reported late last week that there would be another test screening in Las Vegas on Tuesday, July 26th. And this one was apparently advertised by name, listed actually as Halloween Ends, not by its code name, working title, Cave Dweller, or anything undescriptive. So, in other words, people that were signing up to go to this test screening in Vegas last week did know that they were going to see the new Halloween movie, in fact. That being said, I've been trying to not see reactions to that screening, unnecessarily. Hoping to avoid some inevitable spoilers. I mean, there will be spoilers that are going to come out even through the marketing, unfortunately, between here and there, but and there's only so much I can avoid it and still do the job we do here. But all that being said, I'm trying to preserve myself and fend off any spoilers as much as possible. So I haven't actively looked for reactions to last week's test screenings, but I did want to talk about one reaction that it was kind of hard to ignore come across, and that was you probably saw Jimmy Champagne's video, and where the headline says that the Halloween Ends test screening got a standing ovation. Now, we knew a few weeks ago there was a test screening held where reportedly there were two different cuts of the film screened, and both tested pretty good, but one, it sounded like at the time tested a little bit better. This time, it sounded like they got a more positive reaction than previously. So it sounds like they went with that more positive cut. And if this is true, and again, Jimmy Champagne said in his video that he's talked to a number of people that were there in person. So if that's true, and any of these cuts received a standing ovation at one of these test screenings. Now, granted, they knew what they were going there to see, so, I mean, maybe there were some hardcore Myers fans like us in there. But I think that's really exciting to hear, especially for a film like this that, you know, I've said before on previous Michael Myers Monday broadcasts that, you know, if you found HK divisive, you know, you might prepare yourself that you're going to find HN's a little divisive too, you know. I mean, it is the same team and all, they're continuing the same story, you know. But this sounds like they have locked into something that is a crowd pleaser, which is very exciting to hear. And again, I'm not looking for more spoilery reactions beyond that, but to know that took place and that they are fine-tuning that final cut as we speak. And another thing I heard mentioned in that report was the question of, is John Carpenter actually working on the score? And yeah, we can confirm. I mean, we reported weeks ago that John himself said that he was working on the score, and I would imagine it's complete by now, or in the final stages of being complete. Maybe they just need to see that final theatrical cut to lock everything in and lock the final mix in. But yeah, Carpenter and his bandmates and his son Cody Carpenter and godson Daniel Davies, yeah, they're absolutely back composing and performing the score for Halloween Ends, which, you know, is obviously one of the biggest treats of this franchise, having Carpenter not just involved as an executive producer and kind of overseer, godfather of it all, if you will, but the new music. I don't think we talk about that enough, and I'm not gonna. We don't have time to go into it tonight, but that should be a specific topic for one of our future discussions. Is just the soundtrack to these two recent movies and this upcoming Halloween Ends, because it absolutely deserves all that, and I would love to dive into that and spend more time on that. But yes, Carpenter absolutely doing the score for Halloween Ends. Playing on it. All right, let's jump back over here into the live chat for just a minute. And then we've got another Halloween franchise bit of news that is pretty exciting. Fall Guy says, gotta go, but we'll definitely watch the replay tomorrow. Looking forward to enjoying the next 3 months as they play out. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, absolutely, check out the replay tomorrow. And just drop any comments you've got or questions you've got down in the comments below. And thank you again for being an HDN Club member. We really appreciate it. Anthony agrees. Kill's score was fire. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting so off track here tonight, but I'm excited to be back here with you guys. I'm excited. I'm still coming down from all the events of Scares That Care. It's always a crazy weekend. If you guys go to conventions, you know it's always, you know, it's not quite jet lag, but it almost feels like that in the days right after. So, yeah, the soundtrack to both of the last two movies. But yeah, I think with Kills, man, it was just so on point. So I have no doubt that will probably be. I mean, I don't think it's an understatement to say that it'll probably be the best thing about Halloween Ends. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, some people love these movies, some people not so much, but I don't think anybody is really divided on the soundtrack to these last two movies. the way they might be divided on some aspects of these last two movies. I think everybody is like, wow, but those soundtracks. You know what I mean? But you guys tell me if I'm wrong about that. But I haven't heard any complaints on that. So, and this being, Carpenter saying that, that they are trying to end this story, and whether or not he would come back if they do more, I think he's having a blast being a musician right now and spending his film retirement as a rock star, more or less. So, I mean, if they were to make more movies, which we know they will at some point, I mean, they'd be fools not to at least make the offer and approach and try to get him back to do it again. But, let's face facts. That's going to be a little while before that happens, by all likelihood, if and when that happens. And it's a win, not enough. But it'll probably be a little while. And so, like with everything with ends, we have to enjoy, what we have right here. A third Halloween soundtrack. Well, in 4 years from the man. And that's, reason for celebrating it in itself. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on now to the Scream Factory announcement this week. Did you guys see the Scream Factory announcement? They made it on Monday, on Michael Myers Monday. I feel like they saved it for a Monday just for us. But Scream Factory is releasing 3 more films in the Halloween franchise on 4K special editions. And here, let's go over and check out the official announcement. So, as you know, last year Scream Factory released Halloween Parts 1 through 5 on 4K special editions, which with coordinating cover art, and everybody was asking, when are the rest coming? And now we know the answer. They're coming on October 4th, at least the next 3 films in the franchise. This is officially titled the Halloween Collection 1995 through 2004, and it is coming as a box set, including 3 films: Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O 20 Years Later, and Halloween Resurrection. From the official announcement, this box set comprises these 3 terrifying films as Michael Myers takes on Tommy Doyle and Dr. Loomis with help from a mysterious cult. Then comes face to face with Laurie Strode again, 20 years after 78, and then slashes his way through the cast of a reality TV show. This set includes all previously released extras plus some brand new surprises. And if you order directly from shoutfactory.com, you can get 3 exclusive 18 by 24 roll posters featuring the new artwork. And you can see that artwork here. It does coincide with and match the artwork of the 5 releases last year, and I especially like that box set. Now, the question was raised over on Twitter. A lot of questions were raised if these 3 films will also be sold individually, or is the only way to get these versions to buy this box set with all 3. And Scream Factory, thankfully, was gracious enough to actually offer some answers. And they said the answer is no. Per licensor agreements, these films will only be released as a set. So there you go. That is why these 3 are sold as one box set. Because the licensor in charge of these films would only approve their release that way. All 3 of them. They answered a couple other questions that people asked. And again, the answer comes down to licensor agreements. Each of the films do come with their own rigid slipcase. And then all of those are in the larger 3-movie slip, the box set. So in other words, they do match the exact format and cover design and are done by the same artist as the Halloween 1 through 5 releases from 2021 from Scream Factory. But you got to buy the whole set to get them. But if you're a completist, that shouldn't be a problem. And it sounds like all of the previously released bonus features will be included. Unfortunately for our overseas audience and our out-of-the-country audience, this particular set, the licensor only agreed to give U.S. rights to Scream Factory. So unfortunately, it won't be available right now, at least, in Canada or the UK, just in the U.S. And again, Scream Factory states right here on Twitter that that is due, again, to licensor agreements that are in place. But let me know what you think about this. Not that yet. Not that quite yet. Let me know what you think about this new box set of these 3 films. Some people call them Halloween 6 through 8, but I always have a problem calling H2O and Resurrection 7 and 8, because that's they restart the timeline again, kind of like I always say H2O was the first requel. So again, getting off track. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's turn over here to the live chat for just a minute, and then we are going to get into our final event of the evening, which is our live breakdown and discussion of the official teaser trailer for Spirit Halloween, the movie. So, but first, I'm going to wet my whistle and see what you guys are discussing in the live chat for just a minute. Please, drop your comments down below in the comments if you're watching this on a replay. Let me hear from you about your thoughts on the Scream Factory release, on the Halloween Ends test screening, and everything else we've talked about, all of which you can read more about anytime at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Anthony says, for $129 is kind of Yeah, the price is steep. I guess, let's see, that's like $130, so that's about $40 per movie. Am I doing my math right? 40 plus 80, that'd be $120, a little more than that. Yeah, almost $44, $43 per film. What were the releases priced at last year? Do you guys recall? I'm forgetting at the moment. Andromeda says, there was a really cool Halloween message board back in the 90s. Does anyone know who ran it? I'm not positive who ran it. I remember what you're talking about. But I'm not positive who ran it. Dude says, anything with Christopher Lloyd deserves a modicum of respect. Doc Brown. Absolutely, Doc Brown. And I thought he did great as Uncle Fester as well. And if you want to go back before all that, he was hilarious in Taxi. I know I'm dating myself with that reference, but again, he's an awesome actor, awesome performer, and like you said, I mean, Doc Brown, the Back to the Future movies is just classics. All right, we're going to get into the trailer breakdown in just a minute. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And, by now, the way we do things here, some of these video reports, they'll be chopped up and re-released in smaller, more bite-sized versions here on the channel tomorrow and in the coming days. And there'll be a similar, more bite-sized version of the breakdown released. But this live version is special because you guys get to help me with it. And that's why I like these lives, is the interaction. That's the whole point, is to connect with you guys. And so, by now, we've all seen the Spirit Halloween the movie trailer. This was a pretty surprising announcement that came earlier this year that there was going to be a Spirit Halloween live action movie. And then, about as fast as the announcement came out of nowhere, it had already been filmed and filming had wrapped. And we got word that it stars, as you said, it stars the great Christopher Lloyd and also Rachel Lee Cook. And we've learned of some other young cast members since then as well. But and we got an early synopsis that essentially sets up the idea that some of the iconic animatronics from the seasonal Spirit Halloween stores are going to come to life in a certain abandoned Spirit Halloween store on Halloween night in the film. So, armed with that little bit of information a few months ago, we've been following this film and following its progression up to this point and covering every bit of it. And very intrigued because, again, Spirit Halloween stepping out of the box a bit with this. I mean, if you'll remember last year, some of their marketing hinted at this in a way. We didn't really realize what they were truly up to. But I mean, I've got that popcorn box behind me. That was in our mystery box that Spirit sent us last year. And part of their marketing, whereas this year it was done like a Blair Witch style found footage storyline. Last year it was done as a movie and presented as a movie trailer. Little did we know what they were really working on and what they really had up their sleeve, and that was this live action movie. That now we know the official title is Spirit Halloween, the movie. Doing it kind of like the old 78 Superman, the movie. So, yeah, Taxi is awesome. Yes. You guys know what's up. You guys know what's up. Best audience out there. Absolutely. All right. So just before the teaser trailer was officially unveiled at the Spirit flagship opening this past Saturday, they dropped this teaser poster online. Up top, it's got the tagline, "Possessing theaters this fall." And you can see the silhouettes of our four young characters as they are approaching what is obviously a Spirit Halloween store. You can see the iconic orange and yellow logo of Spirit, the font, just beyond their heads up top. And you can even almost make out from the colors of this particular Spirit location that it was probably previously a Toys R Us store. It's definitely got those familiar Toys R Us colors. And then their shadows are projected really big, making up most of the poster, which I don't really get the significance of here. I kind of expected that, you know, I was looking at this thinking, are those shadows supposed to be the animatronics down there? But no, that's just their shadows reflecting down there as best I can see. And then the title treatment, Spirit Halloween, the movie. And we didn't know for sure the exact title until fairly recently, in recent weeks, when they did announce that trailer was going to premiere at their opening, and they were also going to drop it online over at the Midsummer Scream event that took place also this past weekend. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. No sound. I was just agreeing with you guys that I was agreeing with Dude's statement that Lloyd's performance as Fester gives him a lifetime pass. Absolutely. And if Doc Brown wasn't enough in and of itself, and or Fester absolutely gets it. Not to mention Taxi, which you guys agree he's awesome in. All right. Hopefully the sound is back now. Okay. Cool. We're back. Sweet. All right. Let's get into the trailer breakdown now. And again, you guys, if you've been here before for one of these, then you know how it goes. But essentially, we will go through, not quite shot by shot, but we'll go through. I'll pause it. We'll have the volume turned down. You won't be able to hear the volume very much by now. You've watched the trailer, and we'll kind of go through and we'll just discuss what we see. We'll be looking at some of the animatronics and pointing out, maybe some of the ones that we might recognize. And yeah, we're always looking for that Hallow-sphere, that Halloween atmosphere, of course. And this should have tons of it, and it does. And very fittingly so, which I'm happy to see, personally. So let's go over here now to the trailer. And it's not a very long trailer. It is a teaser. It's only about 90 seconds long. But in that 90 seconds, it delivers a lot and really gives us a good idea of the overall tone and feel of this new Halloween movie. So let's get into it now. Before it even goes any further, the very first thing we see is a movie theater showing Fright Night. Here, let me see if I can get it's cutting off a little bit of the screen there. Hang on one second, guys. Let me get that a little bit wider for you. All right. So that's a little bit better. So immediately, I love that the first shot is movie theater showing Fright Night. I mean, we've got somebody or an animatronic jumping out of a coffin right here, scaring somebody, and right in the back, you can see that is definitely Christopher Lloyd's character's portrait there. And here we can see it says The Legend of Alec Windsor. And we knew from an earlier report and some early details regarding the story of this film that he would play a wealthy land developer by the name of Alec Windsor. And so it looks like the Fright Night, the theater that is showing Fright Night, is also having some kind of exhibit on Alec Windsor, or maybe that's what they've titled this exhibit itself, and it doesn't refer to Fright Night, the movie that we know, but a different type of Fright Night. But in any case, it looks like it's some kind of presentation celebrating the legend of Alec Windsor, which is clearly a local legend here.
Want something really creepy? How about a night locked in here? Pop-up Halloween store in a creepy lot?
Now, again, a lot packed into these first 8 seconds, but right away we get, our exposition set up that these high school buddies want to do something creepy on Halloween night, and so the idea of spending Halloween night in an abandoned pop-up Halloween store is right up their alley. All right, hang on, guys. Let me deal with the spam again. Sorry about that. Keith has just checked in. Hey, Matt, didn't know you had a show this week. See it on rewatch. See you next Monday for Triple M. Absolutely. We'll be back next Monday for Triple M. Thanks for dropping in. I didn't know we were going to do this week either. It just kind of, we were going to do a lot of this anyway, so it made most sense just to get in here and do it live and kind of do what we couldn't do last night on Monday night as well. Coco says, happy Michael Myers Tuesday, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Andromeda says, I wonder if they put this out same year as HN's on purpose. Myers is going to bring huge amounts of people to this final movie, even those who don't normally see horror. That's a good point. That is a good point. All right, let's keep going with the trailer breakdown now that I got that spam dealt with. Sorry if that happens again. Again, I love that you can already see the color scheme here, that was once a Toys R Us. And now this seems like it might be a flashback sequence. I mean, he's driving an old school car, and from that portrait earlier, it looks like he is deceased. You know, they're telling the legend of Alec Windsor. And again, from the synopsis of the film, we know that some kind of spirit, no pun intended, is going to bring these animatronics to life. So here we get a little taste of what might be the origin of that spirit.
Final notice.
And it looks like he has come to essentially take this land from this woman here. And I don't know if she is putting a curse on him right now. That's kind of the impression I got. But you guys tell me what you think.
Spirit that can't let go of his life?
Yeah.
Spirit that can't let go of his life? Possibly someone who died here. Alec Windsor. We're doing something Saturday. The three.
And here they are making their plan again. So, yeah, we can see here that his spirit literally leaves him.
Spirit that can't let go of his life? Possibly someone who died here.
Spirit that can't let go of his life, possibly somebody that died here.
Alec Windsor. We're doing something Saturday. The three of us, best holiday of the year, just like always.
And I love shots like this. I know modern audiences will probably think it's a little bit like Stranger Things. I mean, this, again, goes after these classic Goonies type, Monster Squad type movies that my generation grew up on. And I like the look here. You know, it's got kind of those muted colors, definitely that fall scenery. Not really any halosphere in this particular shot. I mean, plenty in some of these earlier shots here at the school. There's plenty of that. But definitely captures the autumn vibe.
It'll be wicked.
Now, this was something I found a little bit interesting too. And my Spirit Halloween fanatics out there, I'm sure, noticed this. This is the Halloween Factory in-store theming from Spirit Halloween last year, actually. They this year's in-store theming, from that flagship opening this weekend, and also from our mystery box mailer, is themed around J. Reaper Laboratories, which is, as you guys pointed out, Spirit's mascot, Jack the Reaper. And but here, this shot right here is the Halloween Factory that if you went to a Spirit Halloween store in 2021, you saw that set up right there. And the animatronics have always been a bit creepy in and of themselves, but the idea of a closed down store in the middle of the night with all of these animatronics, and then they start to start turning on is pretty cool.
You guys are serious losers, you know that?
Now, that, I forget the name of that particular animatronic, but that was released last year. You guys might remember. If you know the name of it or recall right offhand, let me know in the comments. But that was definitely a 2021 release. That demon hand that reaches out. Andromeda says, I friggin' love Christopher Lloyd. Me too. Erica agrees. Absolutely. Yeah, he's great. I think he's going to be great in this movie. I mean, the trailer makes it feel like he might not have that much screen time, but it sounds like he's going to have a, small but pivotal role.
The boys aren't here. They're all at Bo's. Oh!
And that was Rachel Lee Cook telling one of these guys' friends that she says the boys aren't here, they're at Bo's. It looks like they probably lied to their mom about what friend's house they're staying at so that they can go have this adventure. And again, Spirit fanatics will recognize some of these animatronics you see in the background. And it's a little bit out of frame here, but just above their heads it says Unhuman Resources. And that, again, was part of the 2021 marketing and in-store displays at Spirit Halloween stores. You can see that crying bride there just beyond them, and then the little girl doll animatronic here just ahead of them.
Was that there before?
Ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers.
Is Alec Windsor roaming tonight?
Are you too serious?
And I don't recognize the fortune teller as a previously released animatronic, but you guys let me know if she is a previous Spirit Halloween release.
Are you too serious?
And in the background there, you can see one of last year's animatronic releases as well. His name is Buzzsaw. And we'll see a little bit more of him here in just a minute.
Hi.
This is another one, a new character. I don't believe it's a previously released animatronic that I recognize, but you guys will correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken. But as far as I know, he's not a previous release. He is a new character introduced here for the movie. And Spirit has revealed on their Instagram account that his name is Teddykins. Now, that animatronic right after Teddykins, he also is a 2021 release known as Mr. Dark. And if you remember, he was the giant leaping animatronic. He'd be kind of low, about 3 feet, and then he'd launch up to about 12 foot tall. And he's holding some kind of bat or something with a skull on the end of it here.
Oh my god, what's happening? The store is trying to kill us! And for 1 hour on the anniversary of their death, they can possess things or people.
Okay, so again, here we get some more exposition and some more of the plot and what to expect. For 1 hour on the night of their death, they can possess things and people. So that's how we're getting not just the animatronics that we were expecting, but also things as well, like that teddy bear. And here's another shot of Mr. Dark. Eric, I agree that yes, the fortune teller, I'm hoping, is going to be a new one that they will release this year, and they just haven't officially announced her yet. But I could totally see that. Haha, Andromeda says, night everyone, shape on and long live the king. All right, thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's go on a little bit. That was another one of the clown animatronics, it looks like, popping up there out of a box. So one spirit, one store, one night is the tagline.
Seriously?
That looked like another scarecrow animatronic right here. And here they come with their weapons, which I don't know. Maybe if the creatures and objects and the things can be brought to life, then maybe these spirits' soul weapons will also work against them. I guess. And that's another shot of Buzzsaw. He looks pretty similar to how he appeared in stores last year. He's got this glowing effect on his face now that I don't recall. And here it looks like Rachel Lee Cook as the mom. Looks like we got some more spam that we have to police. Boy, we are popular tonight, aren't we? Sorry again about that, everybody. And that was Mr. Dark doing what the animatronic is kind of known to do when he launches up there. And that was another animatronic, Nightcrawler, which is also back in stores and online right now, I believe. But the setup here in the store that they're at, I wonder if they're actually going to state that the film takes place in 2021. And it ends with one of our young cast members apparently also becoming possessed, just like the animatronics and the other props inside the store are going to become possessed. So it looks like a lot of fun to me. Again, I like the overall tone of it, the look, the color palette. It captures the autumn look outside, and of course inside the spirit store, it looks like a spirit store. It's clearly, they've got access to whatever. As far as their choice of which animatronics to feature, I don't know if this is all of them. I'm guessing there'll probably be a few more. I like Buzzsaw. I like him from last year. I thought he was a cool one to use. I kind of feel like some of the more hardcore Spirit fans were expecting some of the more vintage, or not vintage, but some of the older releases to be brought back for this film. And I still think that some of them very well may. And they're just holding back on some of those reveals. And I also think that some of these new ones that have not been released are very likely to be released. But I would assume that they're holding back. I mean, this is clearly labeled a teaser trailer, so it is. There will be a more extended, full official trailer released in the coming weeks as well. But this here clearly sending us a message that the possessions won't be limited to the items in the store, but the spirit apparently can also possess people. And then the title treatment. All right. So let's see what you guys are thinking. Erica, yeah, sex robots again. I don't know what's up with that. What it is about Tuesday night at this hour that's attracting those. That's really rarely ever been a problem on our Monday night streams. But hey, we deal with what we have to deal with, and the show must go on here. It's live, so you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, I agree. It looks like a fun movie. Absolutely. Christopher says that kid's pulling a Rorschach fire move. Yeah, it does look like that. And that is that Nightcrawler getting torched up in there. David says looks cool. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's obviously low budget. It's not like a big special effects movie. They're using what they have, which are these animatronics. And again, it's not an entirely new idea. We've seen things like this. I mean, R.L. Stein's Haunted Mask, where you wear the mask and you become the creature. And then there's been other variations and spins on that, like you said, with Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. And we're getting yet another variation in the Netflix film we were talking about earlier tonight, where it's decorations coming to life, which again is kind of like this, where not just the animatronics, but items and other decor can come to life. It appears, in addition to people, can also be possessed. Again, it's going to be a PG, family-friendly movie, and as that is, I think it could be a lot of fun. This trailer, some people will say it was too spoilery. I mean, I think it just sets up the story pretty well, and yes, it does spoil some things, but with a film like this, I mean, they've set most of that up with the synopsis, honestly. And so we already kind of know that this guy, Alec Windsor, it looks like he's going to be cursed in some way. His spirit won't be able to leave that site. Toys R Us will be built on that site. Eventually, Spirit will be taken over in that building, and then, it turns out that he died on Halloween night, and so that's why he can come back on Halloween night again, all bringing a spirit into the Spirit Halloween store. And that is spelled out in that brief synopsis, and we see that in the exposition presented here in the trailer. But as far as the look of it, I think I like the cinematography. I like the color palette right now. Again, it's a family-friendly PG-rated movie, so it's not going to have hardcore scares or anything. But I do think it'll be fun. I'll absolutely be watching it. And it says on that poster, possessing theaters this fall. So it looks like the plan is for a theatrical release. How big of a theatrical release, we don't know yet. And while the trailer does not have an official release date, Bloody Disgusting is reporting on their article that Spirit Halloween the movie will be released on VOD platforms on October 11th, which, if this is true, this is going to be a huge week for Halloween movies. Not only will we have Spirit Halloween releasing on the 11th, but then there's Halloween Ends on the 14th, and now we know also The Curse of Bridge Hollow also premiering on Netflix on October 14th. So already that's looking like a pretty stacked and busy week with no shortage of new Halloween viewing opportunities to check out. So that's my take on the Spirit Halloween movie trailer. Some of my initial thoughts after watching it. I watched it like once or twice before doing this breakdown, so a lot of this was kind of me seeing this still somewhat for the first time, and I'm still kind of processing some of the imagery on there, but for a fun, family-friendly viewing experience that plays on everybody's favorite seasonal tradition to go to the spirit stores, to step on the pads, to see the animatronics, to have the spiders jump out and scare you. I mean, it looks like it's going to tap into some of that fun. Again, I just have certain kind of nerdy questions, like, is it set in 2021? Because that was definitely the Spirit in-store display from 2021 and stuff like that. Not that it really matters, but I'm just curious how much they are going to, be accurate with that aspect. And I'm also curious what other animatronics or monsters or items are going to come to life and be featured in here. Like I said, I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of hoping that some of the even better ones they're keeping under wraps right now, and are going to reveal either not before the movie or maybe in that next trailer. But hopefully they'll keep a few surprises for the movie. But again, there's a huge audience of haunters out there, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this trailer and the whole idea of this movie. Are you excited with the animatronics we know are in it so far? Just so you know, like I said, Spirit did start up a separate Instagram account for the film, and over there they have revealed some of these animatronics appearing in the movie. And obviously there's Buzzsaw. They're presenting them kind of like trading cards, which is cool. There's Mr. Dark. Nightcrawler, he was the one getting torched. And here's that teddy bear, Teddykins of Terror. And again, pretty sure he is a new creation, especially for this film. Christopher says, I wonder if Jack makes an appearance. You know, when I first read the synopsis and hearing a little bit about Christopher Lloyd's character, I was thinking, well, they're going to kind of give us the origin of Spirit Halloween, of the Jack the Reaper mascot, and kind of make him the spirit of the title of the store. And I still kind of think maybe they're going with that, although I don't see it really matching up exactly so far with as far as, how Alec Windsor becomes Jack the Reaper of the Spirit Halloween stores. It appears they might not be tying it in quite that literal to the store. But, just like how Ghostbusters eventually had to have Slimer, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they work Jack in there somehow. I don't know, though. This teaser, the ones they reveal, honestly, I expected them to be older, older prior releases, older than 2021 releases. And I do think there will be some in there, but there was not like anyone that especially I feel really jumps out as like that's going to be the big showpiece of this film. But then again, if they're smart in this marketing, they're going to keep that a little bit more under wraps for now, which is fine with me. I've seen enough with that teaser and with the overall look of it. I think it can be a lot of fun. And I'm always looking for more Halloween movies to add to my October rotation. And this will be part of it this year, absolutely. And that's going to be a busy week of lots of Halloween movies to watch. But yeah, that'll absolutely be part of my rotation this year. Excuse me. And so you guys let me know what you think if you're going to be checking it out. Eric says hopefully they have Jason, Freddy, and Michael Myers and Carrie. That would be awesome. But I kind of doubt they will, just because, again, the licensing issues and everything. I don't think they're going to have any of the officially licensed characters from existing IPs. I think it's going to be these characters that they own, honestly. But that would be amazing if some of those came in. And I was looking at some of the masks, too, like wondering, are we going to see some familiar masks over there on the shelf? I didn't spot any in this teaser, but, we'll be looking for them. Part of me kind of feels like, though, they might have removed a lot of that stuff from the shots, specifically just to avoid any type of copyright issues or whatever. But it'll be interesting to see because, of course, Spirit Halloween does carry all of that stuff and many of those items exclusively many years. So there's that Sam animatronic that is back this year. It was first released in 2019. That'd be amazing if we had a little Sam running around in there. But again, I don't think I got a feeling that they're not going to pay the money to license Sam from Warner Brothers and get the permission. Although, it would be a fun Easter egg for us, right? I mean, for Trick or Treat fan, that would be like such an Easter egg, and not to mention all the icons you mentioned. But Christopher says the little Nestor animatronic is my personal favorite. Yes, and he is back this year as well. He was teased last year, so I'm wondering if he's going to be in the film as well. Yes, Eric. A lot of amazing movies coming. Absolutely. Obviously, we're excited here at HDN. Many of these movies we've been covering for over a year now, in some cases a couple years, and this isn't even all. There's even more coming. But yeah, so much going on this fall and really just already this late summer moving into fall. So much happening, and so I want to hear your thoughts on all of this. Tell me in the comments if you missed out on the live chat. Just let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. What you think about all the latest Halloween Ends news, about Spirit Halloween, the movie, and everything else we've talked about tonight. I would love to hear from you guys, and we always try to respond to any questions and comments. You can also reach us directly anytime. If you don't want to do it as publicly here on the channel, you can always reach us with, if you got story tips out there, that's always good. If you got questions or some comments that, again, you'd prefer to make in private, HalloweenDailyNews.com/contact. You can always reach us that way as well. And, of course, we're on all the socials. You guys already know that. But right here, between us right here on YouTube is where it's really at with you guys. You guys got the best seat in the house of all the other social media platforms. You guys get some special stuff here, like these HDN Live episodes of the Halloween show. And there will be more. And we're not even necessarily limiting them to once a week either, because there's so much news happening now, between now and October 31st. These HDN Live Halloween show episodes and other HDN Live special events, they're going to happen when news breaks. Michael Myers Monday, that's our Monday tradition. We're going to keep that on Mondays. But when news breaks, whether it's Michael Myers related or any of these other stories we're covering, we're going to be here. And in many cases, it's going to be a format similar to this. where we gather together and we discuss it together, because that's what it's all about here during these lives, is the discussion aspect. So I can't thank you guys enough for being here. I see some pumpkins lit. David, can't wait. Going to be an epic Halloween frenzy this year. Absolutely. Erica says, hopefully October 31st will be cold here in Alabama. Loving it cold on Halloween night. Yes, yes. I hate sweating in my Michael Myers mask on Halloween night. So the cooler the better. The colder the better. Absolutely. So again, thank you all for helping me out with that Spirit Halloween breakdown. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below, and look for lots more coming this week, this month, and the weeks and months to come. And keep in mind too that even after October 31st, when November 1st comes, and you've all got that post-Halloween blues that always is a little bit inevitable, we're here in Halloween Town, like the mayor of Halloween Town, like Jack Skellington. We're here to remind you that, hey, all November 1st means is it's time to start planning next Halloween. And for us, it's not just planning, it's celebrating, because the celebration never ends. Every day is Halloween. That's why we call ourselves Halloween Daily News. It's not because we literally report the news every day. It's because Halloween is every day for us. And we report the news every day. So, again, you guys have been amazing. This has been great. I know we didn't have time to publicize it very much and promote it. So if you did join me live, extra thanks to you. Huge thanks to our channel members, many of which were here tonight. Think about joining. It's just $5 a month. Click the join button. You can learn about that. Much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Do that. If you watched this long, then you belong here. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our live streams, because often we won't know ahead of time more than maybe an hour or so if we're going to do it, because we're covering breaking news here. And we've got some exciting interviews that are going to be coming up in the coming weeks. We've got, like I said, our Scares That Care coverage that we're just not even begun to roll out. We got Hello Hunting videos coming. I got another one from At Home Store that's going to be posted in just a few minutes after I get done talking to you guys here. So all of that and so much more is coming your way. If you think we're busy now, they are just relentless tonight. What is up with that? As I was saying, if you enjoyed it tonight, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and be sure to join us for all of our live streams. Our regularly scheduled Myers only discussion is Monday nights, Michael Myers Monday, live, 10:31 p.m. Eastern. And we will be back this coming Monday for that. But again, it's a very good chance you're going to see me much sooner than that, because there is news breaking literally every single day right now regarding all of the Halloween stories that we are covering. And as always, you can learn more about everything we've discussed here tonight anytime on our main website at HalloweenDailyNews.com. All right, everybody. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.